All right, I'm Megan Fox with pjmedia.com, and I wanted to get on here and show you something that I just saw on Instagram, on Johnny's Instagram. Was it Johnny's Instagram? No, I think it might have been posted to his assistant's wife's Instagram. Anyway, it's a short video, and it is using an interesting song choice. And so, and the song that is behind the video is called Boys Don't Cry by The Cure. Now, if you are a Generation X like I am, you are very familiar with this song because it was an anthem of sorts when we were growing up, and it really does embody the 80s and um, the time when Johnny Depp was a superstar. Not that he's not a superstar now, but back then he was maybe equally so or more. But I wanted to read a little bit about this particular song because I found it very emotional that they used this song um, in the video clip I'm going to show you, and also because YouTube will try and hit me with a copyright because I'm using this music. I want to actually talk about the song, and because I'm talking about it in a transformative way, YouTube, which should, if you are listening to this, overcome any copyright strike because we are actually commenting on the song here that I'm going to play a short clip of, and it should fall under fair use. So for any YouTube employees listening to this, yeah, don't strike me, bro. All right. First of all, let's read the story behind the song Boys Don't Cry, The Cure's pop masterclass. Released on this day in 1979, The Cure's quirky punk pop classic Boys Don't Cry was a sleeping giant that never climbed the charts upon its first release, despite being one of the catchiest songs that the band ever produced. The single, a move away from the band's previously dirgy post-punk squalor, signaled that, despite being let down by their label, Robert Smith, and The Cure were set to be one of the most complete bands Britain has ever produced. Boys Don't Cry is a song that emboldened many a boy to open his heart and not be afraid to show his emotions. It's a heartening message which was taken straight from Smith's life. When I was growing up, there was peer pressure on you to conform to be a certain way, he explained. And as an English boy at the time, you're encouraged not to show your emotion to any degree. And I couldn't help but show my emotions when I was younger. I never found it awkward showing my emotions. I couldn't really continue without showing my emotions. You'd have to be a pretty boring singer to do that. It was this sentiment that inspired boys across the globe to embrace their emotions. After all, it could make them a rock star. He continues, so I kind of made a big thing about it. I thought, well, it's part of my nature to rail against being told not to do something. It's also interesting to note that during the testimony of Amber Heard, she said that she saw Johnny cry and that it was weird. It was bizarre, she said. It was bizarre to see a man cry, a grown man cry. I disagree with that. I don't think there's anything strange about a man crying. I think it's obvious that it's more difficult for men to cry in public. But I thought it was very interesting that this video that is going around now of Johnny in the car after the court case, they chose to use the song Boys Don't Cry behind it. Now, as I was watching this the first time, I thought that the first group of supporters that they passed was the only group outside the courthouse. And then it gets insane. Just watch this. My heart's a little full because, and not just for Johnny's sake, although I'm happy for him that people believe him, but I have been saying for a very long time, for years, that Me Too is a toxic and dangerous movement that will damage and harm due process in this country. And it feels like this was the moment, this right here, captured on film, with Boys Don't Cry behind it, this was the moment that the public said, we don't believe all women. We believe victims. We believe evidence. And it got me right in the feels. Let's watch it. Isn't that awesome? I mean, look at this. I thought that was it, and then it goes on and on. I mean, it's got to get you just a little bit, doesn't it? after all that this man has been through, the after all that he's been through, facing the lies, facing the 6 years of not being able to tell his story, it's finally out there, and I just thought you guys would appreciate it, and also hearing, what the song behind it, what it meant to The Cure, and I think what it means to Johnny. He has been unafraid to show people how he feels and to tell people what his emotions are and to show those emotions in court, without fear. Without fear, and he has been roundly rewarded already by the public support that he is getting. That it's like the president is going down the street, well, not this one, but the previous president. This one can't our current president can't fill a high school gym, but the last president had, tens of thousands of people waiting to see him on every occasion, and this is turning into, something very similar, and I just wanted to play that for you because it made me feel really happy, and I feel like this dark period of time that we've been living in, where people can be ruined on hearsay allegation, just women coming forward years later and destroying a man's career. I feel like that time is now coming to a close. Uh, we're not going I don't think we're gonna see someone ruined to the extent that Johnny Depp was ruined over allegations again, because everyone's going to remember what a dangerous proposition that was. So, I let me know in the comments below, did you get hit in the feels a little bit by this one? Because I know I did, and, I'm so happy for Johnny. I'm happy that he has this reputation. No matter whether he wins or loses in this court case, we've talked about defamation, how difficult it is. Probably not going to win this case, but he has won his reputation back. That's it, everybody. Take care, and I hope to see you back here soon. Don't forget to visit the merch store. Do that. Definitely do that. And like and subscribe.